How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back with yet another review. A little bit of IPA time in the form of Lamplighter Brewing's Birds of a Feather IPA. First Lamplighter review. I've had some of their beers. Last time I was up in Boston, I had some of their stuff on draft, actually. You can go to the brewery. But yeah, I've been wanting to do one of their beers for a while. So I have to thank Joshua. Thank you very much, brother. He sent me off a box of Lamplighter stuff. Not just Lamplighter stuff, a whole bunch of Massachusetts, little outskirt stuff the other day. And I appreciate it, brother, because I've been dying to dive into one. So yeah, there you go. What does it say on here? Lamplighter Brewing Company, Birds of a Feather, India Pale Ale, Cambridge, Massachusetts. India Pale Ale brewed with Mosaic, Columbus, and Citra. Keep cold, enjoy fresh. This beer would be 3 weeks old. Just about perfect for most people. And that'd be that. Label-wise, it's fucking fantastic. Look at that label. God damn. That's a pretty label. I mean, I'm a sucker for peacocks and all that stuff, but just the way it's kind of done, the color combination, the whole nine. That, my friends, is a good, nice, prettified label. So let's give this a pour, see what she's got. You know, Massachusetts is known for their hazy, hoppy stuff, so, you know, it's kind of a tall order. Live up to the hypes of what that region brings. So far, it's living up to that, because what do we get here? Half pinky finger, not really creamy, neither rocky nor creamy kind of head to it, but it's got that turbid, hazy butternut squash thing going on, so it's living up to the part to the New England style IPA. See if we can get a nose on her. That doesn't suck. Onions, a little bit of dankness, and a nice kind of rich, overly ripened kind of tropical fruit melon vibe in there. But leading away is that kind of little ranky onion danky thing, weedy danky thing going on. That's nice. It smells like it's going to be sweeter, but it doesn't come off all that sweet in the nose. And like I said, that kind of sweetness, fruitiness is like an over-ripened, almost kind of rotten kind of fruitiness. It's not a bad thing. If you ever actually had like fruit that's kind of like getting to the point where it's way too ripe, it gets to the point where it's like almost fermenting to where it's like sweet and a bit kind of has a little bit of tanginess to it, but it's still kind of enjoyable. I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of people out there, but it makes sense to me. So she smells pretty good. Right up my alley, actually. Let's dive in. Cheers. That's a tasty fucking beer. Oh man, it's fun. That's a really tasty beer. God damn. I talk about this void sometimes in beers where the center or the core of the beer is missing something. I've talked about it at a bunch of different breweries, and they tend to have this kind of like they're getting it kind of thing, but in the middle of it, there's like this missing center. That's what's kind of going on here, but in a positive way. It's like all the flavors are in the periphery. It feels meaningful, like it's meant that way. And the flavors are really kind of cohesive while at the same time very distinct. You're getting that kind of little bit of rotten onion, not as big, or danky onion, or ranky onion. Let's go that way. Rotten sounds bad. Ranky onion thing, not as big in the nose, but it's definitely there. It's kind of trumped by that kind of pulling weedy, smoking weedy, tomato stocky kind of greenness. The fruitiness, it's not as sweet as I thought it would be, but it's just sweet enough to balance off all that bitterness. Who would have thunk it? A New England style IPA with a hefty amount of bitterness. And it's all very on the edges of everything. The center of it's kind of missing, but again, I kind of knock breweries a lot of time for that because there's no kind of soul to the beer. In this, it just makes sense and it works in a positive way. Mouth feels super delicious, super delectable, super soft. I dig it. I dig it a lot. That's a good beer. It's my kind of good beer right there. And that's pretty much it. Mouth feels bomb. Give me that green that I love. Give me a little bit of that onion, which I dig. and it's giving me that fruit, but not in an overly sweetened fashion. It leads the way with a bitterness that just kind of works and kind of bounces off. It's soft, it's gentle, everything, like I said, washers on the edges, and it's just a pretty beer. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better IPAs, hazy New England style IPAs I've had as of late? Yeah, it is. It's just tasty stuff. What else? Value and availability, no idea. Maybe Josh or somebody out there can chime in as far as how you get this and how much it costs, and leave you with, if you like, what will you like this beer? If you like hazy New England style IPAs, but you do like a little bit of bitterness in there, because that's what you're getting here. And it works beautifully. It's just not a sweet, no think kind of thing. It's visceral, it's nice, it's delicious, but at the same time, there's a bit of kind of precision to it that kind of just makes me all kind of hot and bothered and gets my nipples hard a little bit and stuff. So there you go. Another review in the books. Down there if you want to talk about it. In the Google, type in Massive Beers if you want to check me out in the social media things. Type in Beer Massive, M-A-S-S-I-F, if you want to see me doing the podcasting thing, doing brewer interviews and all that fun stuff, or go on your podcast app and just type it in there. There you go. Another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice hazy New England style IPA right now, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers.